Steve Pascanaris.
We are running out of oil. Madam Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, honored guests. It's a widely accepted fact by industry experts, anywhere you do research on oil, that we have exceeded our peak capacity of world oil supplies. To highlight this fact, I've created a little graph, or actually copied it from the 2 Green Energy website. And what it displays is at the peak of our curve in 2005, we were producing the most oil per day that we ever will. On the upside, we have oil aplenty. On the backside, oil supplies are decreasing at a very fast rate, as you can see. What does that mean to you and me? Well, think of it analogous to a human body. If we take, say, a 200-pound man with 70% water body mass, that's 140 pounds of water. How long does it take before that 200-pound man is sick? Does he have to lose all 140 pounds of water? No, he could lose 10 to 15 pounds of water and be quite sick and even be approaching death. Such is the case with our economy. We are entrenched as an oil-based economy. We are very reliant on the oil industry and what the oil industry provides us. And we're running out of it. That will drive up cost, it will make resources scarce, and drive price wars, and maybe even wars. The effects, even a small amount in production, can have devastating effects in the economy. If we think back to the 70s oil crisis and those lines at the pump that were miles and miles long, that was just a 5% decrease in production during that decade. That had a ripple effect on all of us. A few years ago in California, they had a 5% decrease in gas production, and it caused prices to go up 4-factor of natural gas. In fact, our dependence on the Persian Gulf has increased 15% since 1999. And one other fact about oil consumption. Although the United States has 5% of the population, we use 26% of the oil produced in the world. Some of the everyday products we rely on for oil production: automobiles, computers, CDs, linoleum, hairspray, golf balls, spatulas, Teflon pans, stuffed animals, cough syrup, hairspray, lipstick, denture adhesives. That's a small pittance of the entire list of things that our oil-dependent nation is relying upon. But there is hope. By switching to a renewable energy resource, such as wind power, geothermal, solar thermal, or solar energy, we can mitigate the effect that this dependence has on our individual lives. In fact, did you know that more sunlight falls on the earth in 1 hour than what is used by the entire population in 1 year? Sunlight travels to the earth in approximately 8 minutes from 93 miles away at 186,000 miles per second. And it's free. How does solar work? We all hear about solar energy. The typical solar panel is a semiconducting material, usually made of silicone, that receives the sunlight through the panel. It activates an electron breaking loose from atoms, moving through a series of solar panels that are trapped in what they call an inverter, which converts this direct current electricity into alternating current, is delivered to the house panel on our house, and then we use it. We plug our appliances in, fire up our rooftop units, etc. That's the basic technology on solar panels. It's measured in kilowatt hours. 1 kilowatt hour is the amount of electricity required to power one 100-watt light bulb for 10 hours. And the average American home uses 800 kilowatts per month. What's the advantage of switching, you ask? State and federal rebates have never been stronger. Right now, taking advantage of these rebates, which most are in effect for the next 5 years, you'll have credits and rebates that total more than half of your initial upfront cost. Net metering, a new concept, allows you to sell your electricity back to the utility for more than what you pay for it on the other side because of advanced regulation that requires renewable energy by each of the utilities, including locally Duke Power, which is mandated by law to produce 10% of the electricity through renewable energy means. It's green, it protects our planet, it's low maintenance, doesn't make noise, doesn't rely on foreign oil to work, and best of all, it's free and abundant sun energy you're using. So, switching to solar could ultimately save the planet and your utility costs, but how much can it save you, you ask? A typical home, 3-bedroom, 2,000 square foot home, after rebates, credits, would be your direct cost of $6,000 to $15,000. For that, you can even drive the price down further on what I touched on lightly, renewable energy credits, which you can sell back to Duke, and some have seen the payback period of 10 years where there's zero net expense to you. So you say, what can I do about it now? Well, I exhort you today to take action. Become aware of your dependence on oil. Do your own research on the peak oil phenomenon. It's not just PR from some tree-hugging society. Research renewable energy technologies that are applicable to your circumstance, your home, and possibly even your business. Develop option plans. Consider making the switch to solar energy. It's a lot more abundant than oil, and it's free.